Mr. Agarwal, welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow, and I know that you're joining us from London. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Ritika.
So, Mr. Agarwal, India is now the world's fastest growing major economy and is increasingly seen as a strategic alternative in global supply chains. Tell me, in your view, what has fundamentally changed about India's growth model over the last decade or so?
Yeah, last 10 years, India's presence has increased tremendously in the world map. And nobody can ignore India, whether it's human resources, natural resources, tourism, manufacturing, software, technology. Everywhere, India is there and India has a presence.
So for many years, India's growth story was defined largely by services. Do you think the next phase of India's rise will be driven by, like you said, manufacturing, natural resources and industrial capacity? Which are the sectors do you think will power India's next phase of growth?
And if you look at the world, whether it's America, whether it's China, whether it's Australia, Europe, Middle East, all have grown with the manufacturing, natural resources, and bringing in the technology. And this is very, very important. India fundamental. What is the fundamental of India? India has a human resource. We have a DNA to be intelligent, hardworking, women empowerment, and we have a tremendous natural resource.
Sure.
We have done very well in agriculture. We have a deficit in our agriculture for a long time. But we all become together and address this. And today we are self-sufficient, also require entrepreneurial talent. And India has a tremendous entrepreneurial talent and it is in the phases. Exploration is very important.
Right.
And then the large company can do further mining and produce metal. And out of that, each of metal, you can create thousands of different products and their SMEs, small scale companies, people can start entrepreneur from 5 crore to 50 crore to 500 crore, depend. And this is the movement. We have to start the movement. The other thing is that we have amazing public sector. The public sector assets are tremendous.
Absolutely.
We have done tremendously well in our sky. We have an airline, we have a better airport. It is a time now, the port, new ports are coming. Shipping is a tremendous, we have a huge deficit. And more, today is a time where democratic country all over the world, democratic country, are run by the corporation, run by the private sector. This is how it is working. The communist country, whether you take Russia, China, they are driven by the government. So India has the democracy, India has the freedom, India has the entrepreneur and tremendous today's government. Government policies are very, very favorable. So this is the time where India is going to grow tremendously.
Absolutely. So, our show is watched by a lot of small business owners, startup founders, MSMEs. Now, large industries often get the headlines, but every manufacturing ecosystem is ultimately built on thousands of MSMEs and suppliers. How important are MSMEs to India's industrial ambitions, and what more needs to be done to help them scale?
We have seen in the past, if you see Coimbatore, if you go to Ludhiana, if you go to outskirts of Delhi, if you go all around Bombay, we have seen industry. Small scale, medium scale, that's what it was. We are redesigning. I had 5 days back, 60 entrepreneurs, unicorn and $100 million valuation to $3 to $4 billion valuation. And I've never seen the energy what I have seen, including the women. They are little bit scared going to the manufacturing. They all are going for the technology, lifestyle, food delivery, board meeting, telecom, anything you talk about, Everything they're talking about, where they don't have to put shovel in the ground, construct manufacturing. I've asked them, there's everything is so much in demand. You have done so well. Money is floating all around, all were there. Why don't you go for the manufacturing? And they all wanted heart to heart. They all wanted to be manufacturing.
Sure.
But they have some little bit apprehension about the clearance, about the licensing, getting the land, getting the permit, import. All these things were little bit scaring them. They finding their intelligence can route through technology, and that technology nobody can stop. They can transfer this technology to anywhere in the world. They are buyer of their ideas from all over the world. So that was good. But I have encouraged them the kind of opportunity into the manufacturing is lying in India. It's tremendous. And this is one thing we all have to look at, whether SMEs, small scale. For me, I'm not building Vedanta. I'm building future. I've always gone with hard business. Very, very difficult because I make raw material. I make raw material like oil and gas. I make raw material like aluminum. I make copper, zinc, silver, many these fundamental. And I'm not processing. In fact, I'm putting my heart and soul to create an industrial hub around my company where hundreds of SMEs and small scale can come. And I'm working with the government on manufacturing, not to waste their time on the paperwork and the clearances. Looking forward to create a convention where everything can be together. Government is also very keen. State government today is a competition. Each state is competing with each other. How they can attract this industry. Anything you talk about, we are building in India, but we have to scale 10 times and attract people. It's a difficult government today are totally determined. The bank, the financial, today the stock market.
Sure.
The stock market is one of the best stock market in the world where they will get their equity. So this is the time it is building up, which we have to have a little patience, but I have no doubt technology is definitely there, but manufacturing is going to take place.
Absolutely, and your journey has been very inspiring to a lot of the small business owners whom I also speak to on my show. Just changing gears a bit, you have often spoken about the need to unlock the potential of women in India's workforce, even in this course of interview. Do you think India needs to change its mindset towards women, and what impact could that have on the country's growth story?
I think mind is changed. I don't find any parents today don't encourage their daughter, their sister to take up the job. There was a lot of restriction from the society for the people, and we have seen the way they work. Their energy is better than the men, but they are women. We have to understand they are different. Women can think 10 things at a time, and they will start work immediately.
Absolutely.
The women, as a DNA, you have to give them some time. Once they are convinced, they can do anything. We have tried in our company, underground mine, which goes almost 1 kilometer down. 100% women is doing the mining. It is an example. In fact, people all over the world are coming to watch that safety is the highest standard. The production is the highest standard. They are very, very disciplined. It has to be multiplied. We have created a rescue team. Rescue team all over the world is a man-driven. We have done 100%. My daughter Priya, she took the initiative and created a rescue team. 1.4 billion people. 50% are women, and they all are ready. Any sector you take it, the result will be better. But initially, we have to set our mind. Initially, we have to work with them to bring tremendous confidence in them. Long rope, But I can tell you with my experience and a guarantee that they will not go wrong.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 14, co-powered by Star Health Insurance, in conversation with Anil Agarwal, Chairman, Vedanta. Now, Vedanta recently completed one of the largest corporate restructurings in India, demerging into 5 independent listed companies. What was the vision behind that decision?
We started very small, very simple, that बीज बोया छोटा सा बीज था, फ्लरिश हुआ, आगे बढ़ा, अभी ये बरगद का पेड़ हो गया. इट्स बिकम अ वेरिएंट ट्री. इट इज अ टाइम दैट वी गिव देम ए इंडिपेंडेंस. अगर उनको इंडिपेंडेंट कर दिया है हमने, दे ऑल विल बी लाइक ए वेदांता बाय इटसेल्फ, बिकॉज एनी बिजनेस वी आर इन is a huge gestation period. There's less competition. So now they can grow 10 times bigger. This is the opportunity they have. They can develop new product, the new technology, do things their own way. And I want them to compete this 6 companies among each other for the betterment.
Right.
So that was the idea. We were all aiming as a Vedanta whole group as a $100 billion company. I can tell you, time to come, each company will be $100 billion. It is clean, straightforward, very governance oriented, and tremendous entrepreneurial. And we are very, very fundamental.
Yes, and looking forward. Mr. Agarwal, if you were 25 years old and starting from scratch in India today, where would you build your next business?
No, at that time, I always thought I will sing a song, I will make a movie, but I am very focused. I have not changed my business last 40 years. 40 years back, also I was in aluminum, copper, these metal, maybe dealing with the scrap, start manufacturing, start building up smelter, and tremendous difficulties. You know, I have no godfather. Today, if I start anything, I will have a blend. But India and international. India has a huge demand, huge resources, and world have tremendous resources about the financial resources. So if I can blend these two together, I'm sure my success will be much better.
Well, who knows, maybe the movies can still happen, never too late to make a movie.
Why not? No, but I'm remaining very, very focused. I love to see the movie, and I love to meet the star, encourage them. And I'm running the beautiful Riverside studio, which is the pride of London. And we have a 3 theater, 2 movie, amazing place. And they have changed the name. Anil Agarwal Riverside Studio. Now, British government, they're saying, why don't you take over 17 more theatre? And they are very, very keen. And I said, look, this is my completely giving back. I have run 17 school, Hindu school in UK, but very difficult, called Krishna Avanti School. I make a retreat center, tremendous, which has 150 room. Is booked for 150 years. I enjoy this. I take it as a giving back.
Sure.
For me, nothing is more important than Nandghar. For me, my aim is no child should be deprived of the food. No, all women should be financially independent. And I got success. It took me 15, 20 years to build, to start believing in the people. Today, 15,000 Nandghar is running. When I set up the aluminum factory, you have no idea how the entire state changed. It is the biggest because we create jobs, we create foreign exchange, we create the stability, so this is also anything you do, unless it is help to the society, I will not do it. Not for the greed, I will do everything. First thing I ask, even people who work for me, don't do anything unless you believe that This will help the society.
Right, and coming back to the India growth story, I think the ambition is clear. India wants to become Viksit Bharat by 2047. But what do you believe is the single biggest challenge that could slow that journey if we don't address it today?
Trust, भरोसा. जितना आप भरोसा करेंगे, जितना लोगों को ऑफिसर लोगों के पास जाना पड़ेगा. ऑफिसर लोगों के बच्चे भी बहुत होशियार हैं. अफसर भी हमारे आईएएस ऑफिसर को माना जाता है दुनिया में सबसे समझदार लोग. वो सेल्फ सर्टिफिकेशन करें, भरोसा करें. हम कोई भी देश में जहां डेमोक्रेसी है वहां पे पब्लिक सेक्टर एंड प्राइवेट सेक्टर साथ में नहीं चलती. या तो वो पब्लिक सेक्टर ही रहती है या वो प्राइवेट सेक्टर ही रहती है. मेरा बोलना उचित है कि नहीं है मेरे को मालूम नहीं है. अगर इनके शेयरों को अगर पब्लिक में दे दिया जाए, कोई भी आदमी 5% से ज्यादा इनके शेयर नहीं रख सकता है. हमारे पास 50 पब्लिक सेक्टर है. वो कंपनियां ऐसी चीज चलेंगी बट अकाउंटेबल गवर्नमेंट नहीं रहेगी, पब्लिक हो जाएगी. जब पब्लिक के हाथ में चीज आ जाती है तो वो अकाउंटेबल हो जाती है. फिर वो क्वेश्चन करते हैं क्या हो सकता है क्या नहीं हो सकता है. तो ये चेंजेस हैं. नंबर 2 जो आपको बताया कि सेल्फ सर्टिफिकेशन. आज कोई भी आदमी एक्सप्लोरेशन एक्सप्लोरेशन एक्सप्लोरेशन. That's how Middle East has grown. That's how the America has grown. Australia has grown.
Sure.
Exploration can be done with the entrepreneur who come out of the college. He can spend 5 crores, 7 crores, and if there is a common place where he can look at, where he can go and explore and follow the rule and start exploration. If he gets success, that belongs to him, and that is tradable. At this point of time, it is not tradable. If you find any resources, is go back to the government. That discourages the entrepreneur.
Right.
So I'm looking thousands of people, including women, to come into the exploration, whether it is below the ground, whether it is oil and gas, whether it is gold, silver, anything, exploration, exploration, exploration. Number 2, our public sector can be accountable if the share can be given. Shareholders are millions of people. And when they ask the question, instead of government asking the question, I can tell you the pressure is tremendous on the management to perform.
Fantastic. Speaking of the future, as India becomes one of the world's youngest economies, what advice would you give young entrepreneurs building businesses today?
Today is a huge shortage. People don't realize human is the biggest shortage. Any country, they need people. Our youngster, very smart. They have a cell phone. The world is in their hand. Everything is there.
Sure.
Look at what skill they have. Natural skill. And they work on it. There is no question that they will not find a success. They will not find door is opening for them. India has a very big advantage. We are English speaking people. We are the people who can mix up with anything. We are natural. I see other countries, they want to remain in their own country. But the Indian, wherever they go, they can mix, they give a smile, they want to move forward. They have seen the hardship. So they can, anything come to them, it is advantage to them. So for the young people, play from the front foot. Boys and girls, when they are 14, 15, they start thinking what they can do, what skill they have, what their laptop or mobile phone is showing, where they can build their career. And parents will encourage them, even making a small money, a small success, going weekend to do work, earn some money. For us, earning money is very, very important. That gives a lot of joy. For my request to youngster, teenager, or to the young people, tremendous opportunity. And taking a job is the greatest thing they can do.
Absolutely.
People think everybody has to be entrepreneur. No. People have to be co-entrepreneur. They should work with the people who are entrepreneur. They learn from them. They develop their skill. And there is a great chance. Today, the whole India, I am really excited about our youngster. I am very proud and pride that I have a population which is below 30-35. 60% of the population. And have a women youngest population. This will take our country at very different level.
So, Mr. Agarwal, you have built businesses, created jobs, and led large organizations over decades. How would you define leadership today? Has your definition of leadership changed over the years?
Everybody think that I'm going to be leader. No. You have to see your own skill, own DNA, and you see he or she can be leader in his own area. Leadership is very important. To lead with your behavior, with your hard work, what you deliver, and you are open to listen.
Sure.
India, if you see, is a natural leadership. All over the world, people are looking leadership from the Indian. If there is anywhere in the world, if the CFO is the Indian, the share price is more because ये चोरी नहीं करेगा, ये अच्छी तरह से काम करेगा. He is going to be long term. So that has been established in the world that the India has that kind of leadership.
And finally, as we are wrapping up this conversation, if you could leave our viewers with one message on Independence Day, what would that be?
कि हमारे आजादी का दिन है और जैसा हम लोगों ने फाइट करके इंडिपेंडेंस कराया, ये दुनिया में मिसाल है. उसी मिसाल को लेकर हम आगे बढ़े, उसी मिसाल को लेकर आगे बढ़े. आज हमारी सरकार हमारे साथ में है. आज सेफ्टी हमारे साथ में, दुनिया में सेफ्टी कम से कम है. आज हम देखते हैं इंडिया में हम लोग सेफ्टी के हिसाब से बहुत अच्छी पोजीशन है हमारी. सो ये साल आप सब लोगों को बहुत बहुत बधाई. लेट्स ऑल ऑफ अस फोकस to make this as a developed country, make manufacturing as a focus, make sure that we remain positive. Everybody wants to come to India, whether it's a tourism sector, whether infrastructure sector, manufacturing sector, technology, they are highly there. I'm looking forward when Google, all the Meta, anything you talk about has developed in America. Why can't we develop ourselves? I dream sometime all our Americans got up together, who building amazing leadership in America and developed country, should decide that we will come back and build India. बहुत बहुत बधाई on Independence Day. All the best.
Well, this was a lovely conversation. Thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Agarwal.
Thank you. Thank you, Ritika. All the best. Thank you.
With that, it's a wrap on this episode of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 14, co-powered by Star Health Insurance. We hope you enjoyed the conversation, and here's wishing all our viewers a very happy Independence Day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.